Hello, everybody. Here we are again.
Wait, that sounds so corny. Okay, keep
Oh my
going.
God.
That sounds even cornier. Okay, let's go.
So it's us again.
Hey,
What's up, people? It's the Williamses. My name is Wilbert Williams. This is my lovely wife,
Ramona
Ramona
Williams.
Williams. And we're here with another edition of Love Unscripted.
Love Unscripted. I just want to say Wilbert, A.K. Will, Bay, Honey, Sexy Chocolate, all that good stuff. You see the smile?
Hey.
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 Okay.
All right. So back to it. We're coming to you tonight. Just want to talk about some things that we believe affects everybody, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
And it's things that affect every marriage. And we're about to come up on a year, and man, yeah, right.
A year.
It's just been such a journey for us in this covenant, and allowing God to, nurture us, complete us,
You're going deep.
weave us together through all of the aspects that concern the foundation of marriage, a covenant that was designed by God. Now, we want to talk about one of those devices that sometimes come up in marriages and even in just relationships, and it's serious. And so,
Okay. What is it?
Oh, okay. No, well, I'm glad you asked that question. So, it is called sabotage.
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 So, can I add this in here? So, I think one of the things that we want to talk about and address is the idea of protecting your marriage.
There you go.
And when I even say that, I literally, in my head, I envision like this hedge of protection that is around your marriage. And who can protect the marriage?
Yes.
Who are those people that can protect your marriage?
Yes.
Like, you're looking at them, right? You
protect your covenant.
Yes, you two, along with God, of course, positioning yourselves to be able to protect your marriage from any outside forces. And that's how we come up with the, like you just mentioned,
sabotage.
Yes.
So protect your covenant, protect your marriage, protect what God has given you. It is your divine responsibility to protect the covenant. And how do you, what's that?
Yep, go ahead.
So how do you do that?
Yeah.
You might ask. Well, you want to keep, let's say if you have a discussion between your spouse and in other words, don't let everybody know your business.
Don't
you hear that?
Everybody know your business.
What happens in your house, stay in your house. All right? That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two is don't listen to all the negative vibes, all the negative feedback, don't be around negative people. Say for instance, if somebody's got issues and they want to talk bad about their spouse, don't engage.
Yeah.
Please don't, because that in itself, those things will you can't unhear what you've heard, and you don't want to taint your love, your vision, your perception of your own spouse or of your own marriage.
Right.
And so you've got to tune them out, or you've got to distance yourself.
Right.
Those are the kind of people you don't want to be around, because that is in itself is a desperate situation that has nothing to do with you, and not everybody's problem is everybody's problem.
Right.
Did that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it made sense. And you know what? I want to if we can take a quick step back to number one and what that might look like. Because you basically said your business, they'll go out and tell everybody. And I just wanted to point out that a lot of times we go to people
Oh yeah.
in just so that they can be a listening ear, someone to vent to. No matter who it is, it can be family, it can be co-workers, it can be I don't know, close friend, you know, your best friend. But here's the thing, just like my husband was saying, you know, let's say that there was some type of disagreement or argument, however, and let's say it wasn't too good, right? And you go and tell those details to someone just as an opportunity for you to vent and for them to take your side, because you know, of course, that's what we do, for them to take your side. But once it gets out there, it's out there. And you know the love that you have between the two of you. You know what makes your relationship go round. You know the deep intimacy, and you also know that that moment was just a moment in time. There may be
That's right.
there may be tension around it. There may be an upset moment, different moods that kind of circle around that for the moment. But you know what is going to, you know what you have going in your marriage, in your relationship, that will far, far supersede and overshadow that, and it's no big deal. And by the evening, you're kissing, making up, everything is good. But now that information that has been shared with whomever it was, you know, if let's say if it was my family, right, and I share some information.
This is good, guys.
Right? So I share that information. Now, my family members can now potentially look at him like, "Oh, I can't believe he said that to her," or "I can't believe he did that." Now, I'm not speaking on anything that, because we got it really going on.
Right.
But anyway, I'm not speaking of anything in particular, but just as an example, and that can cause tension. It can cause them. I would never want anyone to look at my husband any other way than what I see in him.
Vice versa.
And vice versa. And so if I don't want to be the catalyst for somebody looking at him in a different light than what I know he is at his core. So I just wanted to jump in and say that, because we have to be careful when we go out. You know what? I promise you, your secret is safe with the Lord. How about that? I promise your secret is safe. Those frustrations and everything, you go to God in prayer, you let him know. Good thing he already knows, but that way is not going to harm you. It won't be harmful to you or your relationship or your marriage. But when you spread it out to other people, you're not protecting your union. You are actually the person in that case that's almost sabotaging it.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a different case if, and I'm going to stop talking because I've been talking for a minute, but I know that there's a different case if it's something that involves physical harm.
Correct.
We're not talking about, because sometimes you need to reach out for support. But we're talking about those things where it's just a lot of lip service and you're just trying to vent because I can't believe he did, I can't believe she did. You know, keep those things between you and your spouse. And babe, if I'm not going too far to the left, I mean, that's a great time for the dialogue room, which we talked about last time, right?
Right. It's perfect for the dialogue room. You know, there are things that in the dialogue room you can disclose and expose and, you know, discuss openly without feelings, but it's all fact. It's all things that concern you, and y'all can work through that. And you know, that's without the presence of, you know, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, friend, co-worker. You know, those people may not even understand your marriage,
right?
May not even understand your covenant, and they could be looking at it from a one-sided perspective. You know, they don't know what like my wife was saying, what's on the inside of your spouse and what there's greatness and what kind of caliber they are, but now they're prejudging them. Right. And so don't give them that opportunity, because like she said, y'all go home, y'all be cuddling, y'all be warm and everything's fine. And then you got whoever out there that you've shared your information with looking sideways at your spouse the next time they see them. Don't do that. Please don't do that. And you know, another thing that really can be detrimental, you know, social media.
I knew you were going there. That's good.
Yeah. Social media. You know, giving you information based on other people's problems. you know, um, reaching, watching things that are always drama, um, listen to things that are always drama, keying in on those things. Those things curb your thinking. Don't, I'm not saying social media is all bad, but there are things on there that can make your whole mindset and how you look at your spouse awkward.
Right.
And your spouse has no clue.
Right.
So don't that, like my wife said, you could be the one doing the sabotaging.
Right.
It's because you learn these. Let these things curb your thinking, curb your way, how you process your covenant, and that in that instance, you start leaving your covenant wide open for whatever can come at it and be thrown at it and dismantle it. So protect it. Stay away from that stuff. Stay away from the negative social media, the negative conversations. And another thing, guys, I'm saying this to guys, you feel like you can confide in a friend? Yeah, we can. And yeah, we can't. But I would say this.
What kind of friend are you talking about?
Don't confide in a friend who's single. Don't confide in someone that can't offer you wisdom. Don't confide in someone that is broken. Don't confide in someone that is torn up just so they can agree with your heartache or whatever problems you're in. Right. Don't confide in someone that won't tell you when you're wrong.
Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And that goes for both.
That goes for
don't
both.
do that. You know, don't do that. Don't do that. Because that in itself is very, 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 very dangerous. Very dangerous to a covenant. And the other thing is, whenever you have those thoughts, go to God first. You know, go to God.
Yeah.
Go to God. But He does put people here that has wisdom, that has been successful in marriages, in their marriage, in their covenant, that who can offer you sound advice. And that's what we're hoping we're doing for you guys, offering you sound advice.
Right. At least based on what we have experienced. And how can I say this? So we want you to know, just like from the beginning, from our heart and from a place of transparency, that these are things that if we haven't necessarily experienced all of the examples, we know just from basic common sense that these are, or experiences in life in general, that these are things that can happen and things that we have seen. And so there are ways to fight off things that will be detrimental to your marriage, to your covenant, to your relationship. And so I know everything that we have mentioned so far, there are things that you can do to not be in those positions. Correct. You know, which is important. And it goes back to the idea, I think we talked about in the first video that we did, the idea of knowing that there is hope. There is hope. There is something that can be done. And then the idea that it takes work.
Yes.
And you know, in a way, it's fun.
I like that.
You know, it's fun because you are working on something that you have committed to for the rest of your life. So why not work on it? Why not make it fun? I mean, on those glorious days, let them be as glorious as they can. On those days where things are not quite jiving with the two of you, then guess what? Get to work. Get to work. Don't call it quits. Don't retreat to opposite ends of the corner, opposite ends of the ring. You know, just get in there and do the work. And not every conversation has to be, or every disagreement has to be an argument. Not every disagreement has to be an argument. It can be something, and I'm kind of getting off of our topic, but it's okay. Not every disagreement has to be an argument. And those places where you can find yourself bringing it up maybe and addressing it, but being able to resolve it quicker than not.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, every video. Being able to resolve it quickly and then move on back to the loving and cuddling and all that good stuff. And we know sometimes it's a learning process. There's a learning curve whenever we are trying to figure out how do we handle disagreements and frustrations, and when you're not quite meeting each other together. But just know that there is work to be done. But getting back to the protecting your covenant, this is something that we know to be true. Like we said, we love our marriage counseling. It is something we're gonna always do. And one of the things that I am so grateful, babe, I can be this transparent with everybody. I'm so grateful when we go to our counseling. One of the sessions, he has it all mapped out, like the topics that are going to be discussed. One of the topics dealt with, when you are in a relationship, when you are happy and people see your happiness, sometimes that's hard for people to digest.
That's right.
They want that too. And especially if they saw all of the good lookingness and everything that you have going for yourself, and now it's no longer on the market. Sometimes it's hard to say no to going for something that has been spoken for. Right? And so we were put on alert that is a possibility. One of the ways that you protect your marriage is being able to say, okay, when things happen, when things come up, whether it's with somebody who is interested from the past or interested from the future or whenever, when things come up, how are we as a couple going to handle it? Not in retrospect, but being proactive.
Absolutely.
And that was a game changer because, like I just said, things will come up. And when things come up, what do? Oh, we already have a game plan for that. We know exactly how we're going to handle the situation. And guess what? We handle it, and then what? We moved on.
We move on.
Continue to be happy.
Absolutely.
Continue to be happy. And it did not trip us up. It didn't trip us up, right?
That's good.
It didn't even catch us off guard, right? Because it was an opportunity for us to see, oh yes, he was absolutely right. He was 100% right. And here is how we're going to handle it. And we handle it. And it was an opportunity for us to grow. For us to grow. And
absolutely,
it's great.
Yeah. Protect your covenant, gentlemen. Protect your covenant, ladies. Keep in mind that when it comes to your spouse, give them the benefit of the doubt. They're yours. Love them. Embrace them. Embrace the fun, embrace the kid in them, embrace the manliness and the womanness, and embrace all of that, because that makes it great.
Yeah.
Bounce off each other.
Yeah.
And it brings you from being two to being one. You see that? Embrace each other's vibe. Protect the covenant.
Yeah.
And let nothing come in between you being one. You two becoming one.
Okay, babe. Did we cover everything? Our thoughts? Did we cover everything?
I think so.
Yeah. So, like, we kind of always end so far. And we do plan to continue to do this all of 2021. So I'm putting it out in the atmosphere. That is our plan.
Yes.
That is our promise to each other, and our promise to the people who God has assigned to us, that, and we believe that whoever watches this video is not by accident, either for yourself or someone for you to share it with, that is not by accident. Um, like we said in the first video, we know that there's a lot going on in
Yes.
our world, and
Right.
it can be very, very destructive to a relationship. But
That's a good
sometimes
point.
you just have to be able to hear and know that there is hope, and that your relationship is unique, and it comes with its own set of amazing moments, and those moments that you're going to learn from. If I had to say one thing, I would say, like I mentioned a minute ago, instead of being um, you need to be proactive instead of being reactive. Because if you can be on guard, not in a, oh my gosh, what is going to happen way, but oh, okay, I got that because I'm already prepared for that way, then it really does help for you to um, be kind of confident and kind of sit in the pocket in your relationship.
Mm. One last thing, see your spouse through the eyes of God.
Oh,
okay,
that's good.
Yes.
That's good. See your spouse through the eyes of God.
And so, as we've said before, we give honor to the Most High God. And we say hope to you all. Hope to you all.
Yeah.
Blessings to you all.
And love and grace and peace and tranquility and even financial growth.
Yeah.
All of that good stuff. Anything that you need in your marriage in this season,
Yes.
and the seasons to come, we send it your way. We speak it into your life. May this only be the beginning of greatness for you and your relationship, your covenant. And is that it, babe?
Yep. We're no longer two.
Oops.
We're no longer two.
But we are.
But one.
One. That's it.
That's it? Oh.
Bye, guys.
Have a great night or great day.
Or afternoon, whatever it is.
Bye.